Cautionary tale tonight from one woman who had her vacation plans grounded. She was denied boarding when her passport was deemed invalid at the check-in counter. Sean O'Shea joins us now live from Pearson. Sean.
Alan, for $4,200, you would think that your vacation would actually get off the ground. That's what a Scarborough couple figured, but their valid Canadian passport wasn't, and they got nowhere.
Hey, why don't we just grab a flight?
Karina and Augusto sitting on their sofa in Scarborough today instead of adventuring in Central America.
It was disheartening.
The couple went to this Flight Center office Christmas Eve and decided to buy a one-week all-inclusive trip to Honduras. It seemed simple enough at the time.
I'm very excited, very thrilled, looking forward to it.
They paid the travel agency $4,200 for the trip. Monday morning, headed to Pearson Airport. Check-in for Augusto was easy enough. Not so for Karina.
I asked, is there a problem? She just looked at me dead-faced and said yes.
After several minutes with the Air Transat agent, bad news.
She pulls us aside and starts explaining to us that my passport is valid, but it's not valid.
It's not sufficient.
It's not sufficiently valid.
Karina's Canadian passport expires next month. Turns out you need a passport with 6 months validity to go to Honduras. The trip was off.
That was like a punch to the stomach. You know, the whole feeling of sick, like I just spent so much money and nobody told me this.
The couple is adamant that while they were asked if they had valid passports, the travel agent and manager of the Flight Center didn't advise them of any 6-month rule. Some travelers have heard of this kind of thing.
I thought it was 6 months.
Others.
How long do you think a passport has to be valid for in order to travel outside the country?
I have no idea.
This woman knows the drill from experience, saying she got surprised the same way.
And that's where I got burned, so we went from 5 years to 10 years because we didn't have enough time, and then we had to pay a lot of extra money to get the turnaround for, I think, 24 hours.
So you have that experience that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Flight Center acknowledges it's looking into the case. So far, though, the couple has lost its money and its trip, all because even if you have a valid passport, that's not necessarily enough.
They basically take your money and they're happy, and we're out money that basically we put aside for a trip.
Ontario's travel regulator said it is the travel agent's responsibility to advise consumers on all the documents they're going to need. Now, Flight Center did email out an invoice that said 6 months, but this was after the fact, and in fact the couple said they didn't even open it until they got prepared for the interview with me. So bottom line on this, if you're traveling absolutely anywhere, make sure that your passport has at least 6 months validity from the point at which you're going to come back. Check with your airline, check with your travel agent. We're going to be following up this story to see what Flight Center does and if there's any compensation forthcoming. Alan, back to you.